Hello and welcome to Tea Time, an entertainment news program where we bring you the latest and the biggest gist in showbiz and celebrity buzz. It's not business as usual this morning as we have a studio guest. But before we introduce him, of course, I have Ife Oshokaya in the house and my name is Elsie Godwin.
What up?
Hi, how you doing?
How you feeling today?
I'm all right. Where is Ife? Because you are the first squad, so we need to know where you kept her.
Well, my yang.
Your yang, the yi to your yang or the yang to your yi?
Yeah, the yin to my yang.
Where is she?
She's a bit under the weather like you, but I think your immune system is quite stronger. So she's in the hospital, woman, so our heart goes out to her. Let's pray for her and make sure she's...
I'm sure she'll be good. Anyways.
Yeah, she'll be good. She has the oxygen mask and all. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. But let's talk about Rihanna.
Let's talk about Rihanna. Why Rihanna? We have two stories.
We talked about Jay-Z yesterday. You did not ask me why Jay-Z. This is why Ife will come at you now and say you're always being sexist.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to see that she's the richest, what's it called now? The richest world female musician right now.
Yeah.
She has passed Celine Dion,
Madonna, Beyonce,
yeah, so
and the likes.
That's interesting.
Well, it's not surprising at the same time, considering the success of Fenty. I think every lady out there owns a pair of Fenty.
I don't.
You don't? Yeah. Liar. I've seen you with a Fenty. When we went to Abuja, you were wearing a Fenty. You didn't know. Maybe you didn't even know what you were wearing. You're wearing a Puma Fenty. Ha. Yeah. That your black sneakers you wore to Abuja when we linked up at the airport. You remember? That's a Fenty.
Okay, I'm bad with names.
See?
I just wear things as long as they look good.
Now I'm pointing out your own shoes.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, so I think every lady owns a pair of Fenty in their closet right now. So it's not surprising. Fenty is doing as good as Yeezys and all of that. So yeah, it's amazing. And I'm glad. People said, I saw a funny post actually when they said the Drake course when Anthony Joshua lost the fight. And somebody was like, well, Rihanna did more than take a picture with him and she doesn't
well, she's not an athlete.
Wait, and she doesn't have the Drake course. And then someone just replied, she hasn't released an album in 3 years. I was like, wow.
No, she's coming with a bang.
Yeah, so.
But then we've had singles that have been awesome, especially with the ones she has with DJ Khaled, and it's been awesome. And I think we need to touch on Shatta Wale and his kiss.
Holy kiss.
Holy
Let's
kiss.
put it like that.
I mean, that kiss was so... I don't want to use
unexpected.
the word. I think unexpected is the best way to put it.
Did you look
at Stonebwoy's face?
Look at it. There's a picture over there, but I wish you could actually
I wish it was a video that you see.
But you need to go online and look at the video.
What's this? How did that happen? But
and he was like, but I'm not Gil. But, well, the problem I have with this headline is that people are saying that he came with he defended his case with a wrong Bible passage, but it was, I think...
Who are those ones saying it? Did they read your Bible?
I think it's part of...
He said 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 26, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I think I opened it up, so let me just do a quick one here.
He said, he wrote, greet all believers with the kiss of peace.
And here it says, greet all God's people with a holy kiss. I mean, you don't know the version of the Bible he's reading from, and he can even decide to paraphrase. You don't have to say it word for word, but we get the point. So I don't think he used the wrong verse. I think he knows what exactly what he's saying. I think the people don't know
their Bible.
Maybe and I think before you put out things like that, especially when you have a platform that would inform people's opinion, you should also do your own research and know what you're talking about. I mean, the Bible is not fast-fetched. It's even on your phone. You don't need to look for
it's even on Google. Like, you can just type that particular phrase and just put it there, or that particular Bible passage and put it there. It will show you what.
I mean, you don't even need to remember the Bible name.
As long
you
as
just
you're
need
saying
to
it right. At least it's not like
remember the first 3 words.
For John so loved the God.
Oh, goodness.
For what so loved the John.
I think it's time to introduce our guest because the friends are at another level. Our guest is a compere, an investor. I'm hoping you invest in me today. A car enthusiast and an actor who has featured in movies and TV series alike, such as Beyond the Complexion, Ajoche, Darling, The Tribunal, and the latest body of work by Kunle Afolayan Mokalik. Even Omotola Jelade Ekayinde thinks our guest is a very hot man. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome the goldfish himself, Damilola Ogunsi.
I knew we were going to do that. Yeah, thank you. Feels so good to be here. Nice to meet you guys too.
Nice to meet you.
How does it feel to be described as hot by Omotola?
Well, when that first,
sexy.
you know, that kind of thing, man. About sexy herself, you know. After she started, and she's been going on with it for the last 2 years. But it came after we shot Tribunal, and you know, while we're doing the marketing, I just saw the post, and she started with blah blah blah. Such a fantastic actor, tall, glass of milk, and blah blah. She just do it. I was like, oh shit! I just had to run to the mirror, like, oh my god, you got it, son, you got it. You know? But it feels good actually, and I'm glad that she appreciated me for who I am. So.
Do you think you're hot?
Yeah, I think, baby, I think so, man. Like, I'm the goldfish, man. I'm telling you, man. 007, man. I'm Bond, man. In my mind, I'm James Bond.
Man, I like that confidence because I saw a throwback picture of you with your 4-button suit.
I hope you do have that picture.
I hope we have it actually.
Do.
He said your 4 buttons. He said good boy and a fine boy.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that confidence, right?
So you were Obama. That's your character in Mokalik.
Yes. Mokalik is the latest effort from Kunle Afolayan, and it's in the cinemas right now.
You're not talking like Obama. Mokalik is the
No, I think this Obama is a Raz Obama, or the Obama in the mechanic village, Abi?
Yes, Obama.
Tell us about your character.
Okay, so
can you act out some of
because I'm definitely seeing Mokalik.
Okay, even me, whenever people ask me about the character, even me myself, I just start laughing because it was just one of my craziest and loveliest characters I've ever played. So the story of Obama is a hustler. So he found his way into America during the Obama administration. He was an apprentice in the mechanic village, hustled his way into the United States during the Obama administration. So then when Trump came back, they deported my guy.
Wow.
So he went back to Nigeria. Now there was only one place he could go, and he's back to the mechanic village. So he's now a senior apprentice, and he likes to show himself, show he knows he has been to America. So he's from Ibadan. He's from a core part of the deep part of Oyo State, and so he tries to infuse his American swag with his Ibadan accent, and he had a tagline like, "Hey boys, yeah, you don't dog me, man. One check, one show, man. You got the cousin. Oh, my Bugatti, man.
We don't use
America, man. You don't dog people in la moment. That kind of thing. It's just, and it's very comical. You're gonna love it. I mean, if you're out there, go and see Mokalik at the movies right now. All cinemas in Nigeria and Ghana. You're gonna love this. You're gonna really, really love it.
Definitely. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to see how you're going to answer this, because I would like you to describe your journey using the color and tell us why you're using that color.
My journey of
many
journeys.
Yeah, the journey of your career, your life so far. What color would you use?
For me, to be honest, I think it's going to be a range of colors. For me, I think the initially started as a blue, cool.
You have to explain each color, though.
All right, so no problems. It started over as a blue because I'd been doing theater. I have been doing theater all my life since primary school. I even remember the lines from my first primary school play. So all over primary school, secondary school, I went to Polytechnic, university, church drama, radio drama. It's always been blue. It's been cool. It's been calm. It's been, you know, not shouty out there, but it's been royal. You know, blue also is part of royalty anyway. So it's been blue, it's been calm over the years. Then 5 years ago, 2014, I had my first debut into movie world. So it was basically like I got, you know, from it being blue, it changed to a green. I got a green light to go into
with
it
the
because
greens, right?
You know that with the greens,
with the greens,
green with the greens, man. So I got a green light. I saw a green light. I took an opportunity, and like this is what I've always wanted to do. Even though I went to different areas of life, real estate. I worked in the bank for a long time, you know. But this has always been what I wanted to do. So I got a green light, and I started. And the first movie I did was for Tola Balogun. He liked me. Then Papel Productions, then Sozo Films, then Lancelot Imasuen, 2 movies back to back. He really liked me. I did a movie for my church. Then after that, I went to the New York Film Academy to study acting for film. And I came back, and I knew this is what I wanted to do. Then we shot Tribunal. Then after Tribunal, wow, it just became bright lights, yellow. It just became yellow, like, yes, this is you're starting to catch fire. And since then, it's been good. From Tribunal, Sons of the Caliphate, Ajoche, other big projects, Dear Darling, Mokalik now. Right now, the color is gold.
Wow.
The color is golden.
Goldfish.
Thank you, man. Go for the goldfish, man. So the color is golden right now. So I believe that God has been helpful. It's been a rewarding journey so far, and it's shiny, and it's only going to get better.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue carry on with our conversation with the goldfish himself. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can live here.
My real names are Akbofiofobo, Akbolubomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom. You know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you have a younger brother.
Age is nothing but a number. Well, I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
Feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Welcome back. You're watching Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're carrying on with our conversation with Damilola, the goldfish Ogunsi. Okay, I need to find out your take on albinism and the movement. I mean, there is no way you won't touch it in any way, right? We know we have statistical problem in Nigeria. We don't have figures, right? But from what I saw, we have close to 2 million people that are albinos in the country. What would you say is the major challenge you faced growing up and in the industry right now?
Well, but I'm glad you asked that, because that is actually what has made me the goldfish. So I can't separate that from it. So my take is this. I'm truly not sure about the stats as well, but if you say 2 million, if you have
About
that figure,
2 million,
then totally fantastic. And before I launch into anything, I'd also like you to know that the International Albinism Awareness Day is on June 13 every year. We celebrate it every year to show the world that we're special people. So the one for this year is June 13. It's going to be happening in Abuja and Lagos as well, but all over the world. I'll be the one hosting the one happening for Nigeria in Abuja. So my take on albinism is this. Look, all of us came to the earth naked, scared, not knowing anything, and we found ourselves the way they are. We found ourselves the way we are. You know, albinism is nothing more than, you know, a genetic disorder of the fact that melanin, which makes the average person black in the hair, in the eyes, and the skin, we do not have it. So every other thing is the same. Internal organs, the brain, every single thing. The only thing is that albinos, I like to call it albinos because that's the American pronunciation. Kind of sounds tushy, you know.
Obama,
you know, from America. You know? So, but the thing is that albinos need to take care of themselves more because they are the sunlight is that the sun is something that's really against them. You know, they need to protect themselves more. So for me, I don't see anything wrong with it. I totally love myself. I totally like the fact that I'm unique. I've loved it. I've always loved it. I've embraced it, and I understand that it's your uniqueness that actually makes you special. So for me, the angle I come at is, you're an albino out there. This is who you are. Find what is special about you. Showcase it to the world. God doesn't make mistakes. God knows everything, and everything has a purpose. So in the industry, I think it's because of the way I grew up. Now, thanks to my parents, we grew up quite differently. When I was growing up, I have a kid sister also who's an albino. My two elder sisters are dark-skinned, and my parents are dark-skinned. So when we were growing up, my parents never treated my younger sister and I differently. We did the same house chores. They beat us the same. They beat me the most because I'm the only son and I was very mischievous. But we did everything the same. So there wasn't any sense of difference. We weren't made to feel any different. So we grew up. So luckily we grew up with that healthy self-esteem. I grew up with that with that healthy self-esteem. Now I know that there are other albinos who face discrimination because people discriminate what they do not understand. People tease them, people insult them and all that. But I've tried my best to, thanks to how my mother started out with me, I've tried my best to keep it as fresh and good looking as you know, as much as possible. Then in the industry, it's had its, you know, the industry for me has opened its arms to me because I didn't come like, look, I'm begging for this. I came to the industry, I've got something to offer the world. And this is not going to stop me. If you don't like it, I'm going to move to the next person. I don't want to party. And no, I don't want to be party. I actually feel this is fantastic. So it's the same thing that people talk about, that when I enter the room, it's like, yo, this guy just entered. And it's not like I'm trying to, you know, make it happen or try to fake it. It's just who I am. I believe I've got something unique. I believe that if I stand, I'm the goldfish. I have no hiding place. You can't miss me in the crowd. So that is my advantage. That's what I've got. So, and over the years, people have asked me that, I've said it a lot, that I'm not going to be a stereotyped actor. That I'm not going to be the guy that in Nollywood, when you need an albino role, you come and call me. No, I'm not the albino actor.
But has that been the case so far?
No, it hasn't been actually, because I've made it from the onset. I'm not the albino actor. I'm the actor who's an albino. And they are two different things. I think I've only played two roles, which is Tribunal and Dear Darling. Those are the two roles that I've played that it majorly had to do with being an albino. You know, Ajoche wasn't even totally about that. It was just I had to be unique. So that's how it has been. Because if you look at it, on a normal day, I have a normal life. I drive my car, go out, toast the ladies I like, have friends. I live a normal life. I don't live the albino life. I live a normal life like a normal guy. So in the movie too, I can also play the role of a normal guy, of a doctor, of a lawyer, of a soldier, of anything. I mean, I played a cop in Sons of the Caliphate.
I'd like you to touch on the things you do to take care of yourself. But before that, I mean, being politically correct now is like a big deal. There are things you would say 10 years ago and you say them now and they tell you no, some certain people are not comfortable with it, so you have to be sensitive. So you mentioned the word melanin, and I know albinism has to do with not having enough melanin. Now, when you see a post on social media and they say melanin popping, does that affect your kind in any way?
No, it doesn't, man. I mean, you got melanin. I don't have. There's no discussion now. I don't have it. There's no
you can as well post albino popping.
You know, but also,
you know,
also there's actually this albino girl from the United States who has a page which is no melanin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So melanin popping, no melanin. So we're still beautiful. You got melanin, you're beautiful. I don't have. I'm still beautiful. So
there's this myth here that albinos are very book smart. Is that true? Can you tell us about your educational background?
Well, let me be honest. I don't know how to answer that specifically. I think everybody's book smart if you apply yourself. Because.
But do you think you guys have a special gift that makes you?
I totally do not believe that. I just totally believe.
But have you heard this before?
Yeah, I've heard lots of things. You know, people just attach different kind of mysteries to different kind of stuff. And when I went to, okay, my father is an engineer. He studied in Russia. So he studied in Russia. My mom is an English teacher. She studied English at the Obafemi Awolowo University. So my parents are actually both well-schooled. So it was something that had to be instilled in us as well. I went to a missionary primary school, St. Clair's. I went to the Federal Government College of Ogbomoso. I went to the Polytechnic Ibadan. I went to the University of Lagos. I went to the Project Management Institute of America, the New York Film Academy. So in Los Angeles. So that's
all with distinctions, I presume.
I try my best.
See, so, I'm right about book smart.
So basically, that was my path. So if you look at the path I took, it will look like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. But I think I just basically applied myself to it. I think if people apply themselves to it, to whatever they're doing, you'll be fantastic. I don't think there's any mystery there.
Okay, it's time for another break. When we return, we'll carry on with our conversation with the goldfish himself. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akpofiofobo, Akporobomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom. You know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you have a younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere.
It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can. Hello and welcome back. This is Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa. So before we went on that break, I mentioned you telling us how you take care of yourself. I mean, we are probably not seeing him clearly, but he's albino. How did you pronounce it again?
Albino.
Say it's albino. His skin is fresh. So what do you do to take care of yourself?
Okay. Funny enough, not much. I wear sunscreen.
Okay.
So I use a moisturizer. I always have quarterly I meet with my dermatologist. So I use a prescribed moisturizer called retinol. Retinol, that's my prescribed moisturizer. Then I wear sunscreen, which is Amber Garnier. I usually get from the UK. I use the SPF 50. So anything 50 and above for sun protection factor. 50 and above is what I use. So then
all these brands is calling. See, start to
so it's
send
looking like maintaining the skin
our
is
check.
expensive.
Well, yeah, but you gotta do it.
See why my own is a bit expensive too, even though I'm not there.
We are sending our checks
Well, you know that.
very soon because you've called like 3 brands. We are sending our checks.
So what else do you do? Your food intake, anything special?
No, I eat everything. That thing about Albino is not salt is a Latin I lie. How you eat? Can you eat fried egg without salt in it?
I think that's possible though.
No, I eat everything actually. I drink a lot of water. I stay out of the sun. Wear a hat when I'm in the sun. My car, the windows are tinted, very dark tinted. So I avoid the sun as much as I can. Then just basically just be careful.
So do you have like a teens permit? Because I know the police. Okay. So
I do.
No, I just want to know because maybe they give you preference. Like,
imagine I just say that no, I don't have a teen permit now. I know the police officers are watching it. You don't get that. No, I have a teen permit.
Okay, so let's you know when you were talking, you touched on the ladies that you live your life as a normal guy. You know, you toast the ladies and all that. So you gave up this vibe like a playboy, and you know, Omotola describing you as a tall glass of milk and all of that. You know, I'm sure all these ladies read it too. So how do you deal with the female fans? And do you have a lot of ladies around you, or there's a special lady in your life?
Please do not get it twisted. I am a very good man of God. When I was saying that, I was just saying, no, I ain't that wilding, man. I'm just trying to say that I live a normal life. I have lady friends. I have people who like me. I have people who I like as well. So, no, I'm not a playboy. No, I'm not.
Do you have a special lady in your life?
Right about now.
And still testing waters?
No, I'm not testing any waters. Waters is not supposed to be tested. But I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
Marriage is the next big deal for me now, right now. I actually want to settle down. I think at that point, so I'm actually working on, getting a suitable partner.
So now your hand is under the table. Do you think you're wearing raincoat? You better show them that you're single.
So these are my hands. So as I'm talking, you can see my hands very well. I'm not ringed up yet. So
have you been involved with any actress? Because a popular Nigerian actress said they recycle men, they recycle women. So have you been involved with any actress so far in your career?
No, I've not.
Entertainer?
No, I've not.
Has anyone reached out to you? Do you have a celebrity crush?
Of course, I do have a celebrity crush. Would you want me to talk about that now?
Yeah, tell us. She's probably watching, man.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Man, you're going to put me on the spot.
Yeah,
okay, my favorite, I got a couple of favorite ladies in Hollywood.
Couple? And that is it's not a one girl man.
I'm not chasing them, but I got people who I really like.
So
Lota Chukwu is a favorite of mine. I think she's totally adorable. I think Lota Chukwu is adorable. Megotanwa is fantastic. And Olive Modi is just sweet. Those are the 3 people I like. Those are my top 3.
Modi, is she not married?
Olive Modi. Olivia, are you married?
I'm
Olivia,
joking.
is married.
Okay, before you go, can you touch more on the June 13th day of albinism you talked about?
And then also, are you going to start a foundation for albinism or anything like that?
Okay, so June 13 every year is the International Albinism Awareness Day, where we actually just let the world know that we are this kind of people, we have this condition, and we love ourselves, and we are citizens of the world. So this year, there's going to be a big event, the Nigerian event, the Nigerian chapter. The Albino Foundation will be having that same event on the 13th. It will be in Abuja, just to celebrate, albinos and celebrate the fact that we are here and we're special people. I believe we're special people. So I will be emceeing and anchoring that event in Abuja. We'll start distributing flyers. So people, if you're in Abuja or any part of Nigeria and you want to join in, please follow me at the goldfish_007 on Instagram. The goldfish_007. And
do you have to be an albino to join?
No, you do not have to be an albino to join. You can come celebrate with us. I mean, you don't have to be.
Okay.
Then if I'm starting a foundation, I don't see that right now in the works. But what I've been doing is that, especially after Tribunal came and because that was my blowout movie, so a lot of other albinos have been reaching out to me, especially those who want to go into the entertainment industry. So from all over Africa, from different countries from all over Africa. So we talk online, and also I've been doing like a mentorship thing. So that's what I do presently. I mentor them. Because one of the most important things is that, look, you can't tell the world how to react to you, but you can show the world that this is who I am. So I'm more for the fact that people living with albinism should have a healthy self-esteem and believe in themselves and go out and shine. So that's my perspective.
Don't you think it will be more effective if it's like on a one-on-one basis, like you host a conference and all of that seminar?
I think so. I'm going to try. I'll be leading a session during this IAAD on June 13. I think one of the sessions on June 12, the day before. I'll be, hosting. I'll be handling a session then, so it will be my first major opportunity where I'm actually addressing it. Okay. I've been doing that a lot online and all that, but maybe at some point, I think it's going to happen.
Okay, so that's how we wrap up on Tea Time this episode. Join us later today for a fresh episode of the program. Until then, thank you as always goes to my co-anchor Ife Oshoke. Thank you for being here. The entire production team, and of course our studio guest, the Goldfish, Damilola Ogunsi.
I had so much fun.
Thank you for being here. My name is Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching.